And I'm pleased to be joined by Justin and Kieran from Tether.
What up?
Yo,
How are you guys
how's it
doing?
going?
Good.
Yeah, not
Good.
too
How's
bad,
my
mate.
volume? Yeah, I'm all good. Good.
You're all
Yeah,
right.
you're good.
Uh,
Yeah, thanks for having us on, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on. Obviously, I've played you guys a few times on the show, but for anyone unfamiliar with Tether, tell us a little bit about Tether.
do you want to go first, Kieran?
Yeah, okay. Started back in 2018, I think. Me and Justin kind of formed this off the back of our last band. We were kind of like writing some bits, sort of as that band was finishing, and just it was like really like creative. We were like just loving doing what we wanted to do, and it kind of like morphed into Tether, I suppose.
Yeah.
And yeah, got the band together in 2018, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a cool run.
It was weird. That summer actually was like, we're making a band this summer, and you thought of the name Tether, and then did we like make a logo or something? And then I got you like a t-shirt for your birthday. Like it's the first official step of
Love
merch.
Yeah,
that.
it was like fucking manifesting it. You were like, I'm printing merch now before the band even exists.
Oh.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, no,
I've done that with bands before. Like, we'll start like a little band, a couple of mates, and it's just like, I got us a load of t-shirts printed, and then the band never goes anywhere. But at least it did for you guys.
Yeah. No, it was really cool because I feel like I was the like glue of the tie because like I knew James, me and James did a little project. It was a weird little project with Thin from what's it called? Well, my mind going blank. Delilah. Oh my god.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Delilah.
Yeah, so we had like 3 rehearsals and then nothing really happened of it. And obviously Delilah got like big, just got big. So we were in contact. Then Jack was someone I actually put on in his band, his previous band. And then Rob was in a band that I'd put on a few times as well. And then I saw Rob and it was like, I knew it was kind of the end of days and his band. And I was like, I really want that guy. He's sick. Like
poached him.
For anyone that's listening, yeah, Rob is the other like guitarist and vocalist as well. So yeah. And then it all kind of formed and clicked and glued and yeah.
Everything came together at the right time.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And as you say, it's 2018 you guys started.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Was our first gig in 2020, 2018?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
I think I first found you guys last year, wasn't it? Reading Rising.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah,
man, that was a sick show.
Yeah, that was
a lot of fun. Yeah.
So
the whole summer was
yeah, I think you had quite a busy summer as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
quite a few.
Nice. Yeah, we tried to pack them in.
The way to do it. So, as far as like your sound goes, are there any sort of bands that stand out to you as like influences? Do you all listen to different things? I see a smile there. Where's this?
I think there's a few definite like mainstays. I think we all like that kind of old school kind of post-hardcore sound. Like everyone pretty much like really digs that kind of thing. Yeah. I know me, Justin, James, our drummer, and even Jack, the bassist, we all fucking love Every Time I Die. That I think comes through like pretty clearly. Yeah, just that kind of thing, really. Like just
post-hardcore vibes.
Yeah, post-hardcore, like Glassjaw.
Like, Deftones, like even the British stuff for me, anyways. Like 100 Reasons, who are playing 2000 Trees this year, which I'm just like, mate, that's gonna be amazing.
They're also on tour, aren't they? It was I think it might be next week or the week after.
Oh wow, I need to go, mate.
I got tickets for Bristol when it was announced like 4 years ago.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that. But yeah, again, just like the British lot, like Funeral for a Friend as well, and just like I think that kind of general sound is like coming. It's like wouldn't even say coming back. I wouldn't even say if it left. Did it leave? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Like,
it was just a bit lower, like underground.
It's more apparent now, like with like your Static Dresses and stuff like that. Like it's
I was awesome, gonna say, yeah, it's like a fresh kind of, I guess, version of like that kind of sound. coming back a little bit. Like
I
I
suppose
fucking
different
love
versions.
Static Dress. For
I suppose
example.
with bands like 100 Reasons and Funeral for a Friend coming back into like touring again, things like that, it's getting a bit more popular. Like they're getting like coming back into it, so maybe it's making more people excited as well.
Yeah, definitely making me excited.
Yeah,
Don't know if the kids are into it. We might just be. I might just be old now.
feel
But
that
we're
now.
like, I like referencing those bands, but when I speak to my old mates and stuff, they are like looking at those bands. I'm like, mate, there are so many sick bands that sound like that. Check them out. Like you need to go and check them out. Like I
Well, that's
forgot
why
who
people
was.
listen to the show. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing a good thing, man. I'm loving it because like for me, because I'm a promoter as well. Well, I haven't for a while since before the pandemic, but yeah, I was always looking down and looking like trying to pull bands up and then looking for new talent. So what you're doing with the show is pretty cool. I like it.
Excellent. Well, we are obviously here to talk about your new single, The Deciders. So this interview is going out on Saturday. So that's going to be after you've released it. So how's the build up been for it so far?
Long.
Oh, it's been
Long.
it's been long. You could explain like when this song was supposed to come out and like
Like what even like I wrote this song before the pandemic.
yeah.
What
was
like a bit before the
2019.
pandemic was when I wrote like the initial demo, and like we'd been playing it for a while, like in our set, and we obviously knew that we loved it, and then we finally recorded it in 2021, just after we were sort of like allowed to do some things again.
Yeah.
And then obviously we kind of started like releasing a bunch of songs that we'd recorded from like 2020 onwards, and we kind of waited on this one for a while because like we had to film like the music video and stuff like that, and just wanted to kind of, I guess, do it right, I suppose. And we were supposed to release it in October 2022, but like classic Tether fashion, we're just fucking useless. So like it kind of was getting towards September, and then like fucking meltdown and panic, and then people decided it would be better to push it back, I think. And
I think it's best to give yourself as much time to promote it.
We have enough time now. Hopefully it's
no excuses.
Yeah, we've had plenty of fucking time. So yeah, and obviously like Alex played it. It's the track of the week, start of the year, which was fucking awesome because
that was great.
That was when we were just starting to sort of get the sort of promo.
I was going to say there was no announcement at that point, was there?
Yeah, like who do we think we are? Fucking Metallica.
Alex
that was a fucking awesome
did us a
start.
solid with that. That was so awesome that she just put us on, because I think I was like, we should upload the song to Radio 1. Kind of paused about it. I don't know why, because I knew the single was going to be out in February and I didn't really want it to be like chosen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the show beforehand, but then it was perfect, to be honest, in terms of timing. So like, thanks to Alex for that. What she's doing with that show again, like, is awesome. But yeah, it was good to have the time to be able to prep for this.
I suppose that gives you a bit of a kick up the ass as well, that people know it's coming now. We need to get on it.
People are listening now. They're all eyes are on us. Let's make sure we don't flop, because that happens a lot.
Yeah. So what's the story behind the Deciders, like lyrically? What's the
I guess with the song, I think at the time, again, it was like 2019, and I think for me, it was a lot of to do with like the music industry. It sounds so political when you hear the lyrics. It can be like perceived in that way, but it really was on a personal level anyway, because you can take lyrics wherever you want them to. It was about the music industry and just my experiences, and just a lot of people abusing their power, but then also, like, again, with me saying people just not really looking down and bringing people up. A lot of venues were closing at the time, and it just seemed a bit like a treacherous like place to be. and it just didn't feel really nice or comfortable. And I feel like for me, and I've never really had the best time in the music industry, but for me, it was just a reflection of what was happening at the time. So that's just my take on the song. But people can take whatever they want from the lyrics, because it is like, it's so like, rah! It is like,
yeah. I think like from my interpretation, it is kind of like that kind of abuse of power in sort of all sectors, and even on like personal levels, stuff like that with, you know, like relationships, friendships. But, you know, it applies politically, it applies in the music industry. I think it's like everywhere, basically.
I suppose
you can observe it everywhere.
Yeah, I suppose the title, the Deciders as well, that sort of, it suggests like the Deciders are the people that like sort of can get away with stuff because they're like in the power, they have the power.
Yeah, exactly that. And I think you got that title literally from that Zach De La Rocha.
Yeah, because I think I don't even know when I was watching that. Yeah, it was like I was just watching old footage of Rage Against the Machine, and then he said that classic line, and I was like, "Yo, I felt
that's
it."
A
I was
song.
like, I was like, mate, you can name a band that the Deciders, in an ironic sense, but it was like, well, bands like Rage Against the Machine, anyways, like they've always like I've always thought they were amazing, but I've never been like an activist, and I'm not trying to be an activist. I'm literally just, whatever comes out of my mouth is a reflection of what is happening in my life at the time. So with this song, it was just very clear about how I was feeling. It's mad singing these lyrics, man, because it's like it's a flashback of like all the things that have happened. Like,
there's a lot of songs are like that, aren't they? That they're written at the time you are, to sort of look back at it. Like some bands even like 20, 30 years later, just to think what they were going through at that time, which could be completely different to where you are now, sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm happy with music anyway. So I'm loving coming out of pandemic anyways. Like, it's crazy. I love this. Like,
it has sort of kickstarted a lot of stuff. Like, still a lot of venues are like closing down and things like that. But there's been a bit of a kickstart with a lot of bands. Like, they wrote so much music over lockdown and just had nothing to do for like 2 years that now they're just like firing stuff out.
It's great. Like, I do. I kind of pictured it being this way. I interviewed a few people on where they thought the pandemic or the scene was going to go after the pandemic, and it is like, it's literally happening. Everyone was like, I can see it booming, and like it's going to be tons of releases. People are going to be going to gigs. I've been to like 8 gigs this year already. That's insane. Like, what? So I am just it's a good thing.
I remember like probably like a month or two after, like we could go to gigs again, and I had people messaging me just like, dude, you're going to so many gigs. And I'm like, yeah, but they're at small venues that are like $5 to get in or something like that. Like, just, it's so easy to just see live music and like not cost the bomb. That's damn right. But like, I think a lot of people that don't really go to many gigs, they sort of just think, oh, the O2 Academy or whatever, and it's going to cost you like 40 quid a ticket. But you can go to like, we could go to like 8 gigs for that price. I've been to gigs for like 3 quid. Or your EP launches, your single launch is free, isn't it? Free. There we go. And perfect.
That was such a professional segue. I love it.
I didn't think of that before I started. It's just natural.
It was so natural, effortless. It's free. It's on March 16th. It's at Blondie's in London.
I've not been to that venue. But I've seen stuff online. It looks really like unique sort of place.
It's great. It's tiny. Like, people are in for a treat, I think. A sweaty treat, but
sweaty treat. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, that was going to be one of my next questions about your live shows. They're obviously full of energy. I saw you guys at Reading Rising, as I said earlier. I remember there's loads of great bands playing that day, and but I think my mate dragged me in. We were outside. He's like, "Oh, I saw these guys like warming up, and they sort of sound check. It's like, they sound pretty good. We should definitely check them out." So we stood there, and I'm just like, it's just everything I love, just like the shouty, the like melodic sort of stuff. It's just so cool, man.
That's
you,
one
mate.
thing we pride
Appreciate
in
that.
ourselves. Our live like set is just like, I think that's the part that everyone enjoys. Really, it's
Yeah.
like it's evident too, and like literally, I always say this, like every single band member is like doing something. Like
Yes.
I'm performing, I get lost in a moment, but I'm like, geez, like these guys are rocking out, and I'm like, I'm not the only one. Like sometimes you feel so lonely on stage as a front man anyway, but like it's sick. Like I do love performing with Tether.
You sort of all bounce off each other as well, which is perfect for a band, isn't it? Like, all motivate each other.
Absolutely.
So obviously, after I saw you, then I went straight and bought a T-shirt as well, which I don't know where mine's gone. I've lost it. I can't find it anywhere.
Oh fuck!
I know.
It's like my favorite T-shirt as well.
We'll have to send you another one.
Who is it that caught a snap of me at trees?
Oh, it was me.
Was that you?
Was it you?
Yeah. It was before I knew you, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I think it's me and Alex stood there watching someone, and then there's just a picture from behind appeared on it. I think Justin shared it. And I'm like, hey, that's me.
Yeah, I took it. I was like, send to the band, like, hey up.
Yeah. And like, cool. That's Chris.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, obviously you said you got your single launch. It's what date was it? 17th of March, 12th of March?
March 16th. So 16th. Exactly a month from the release, basically.
Nice. And that's free entry as well. So everyone get down to that. And what other sort of plans have you got lined up at the moment? Have you got any tour plans, or just see what you can pick up out of town? Or
we're heading out on tour for a few dates with After Reason in April.
Oh, cool.
Actually, I don't know. That's going to be announced on Monday.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we can.
And yeah.
I can always cut this from the Saturday interview and just.
Oh no!
You can probably do it from then anyway. It's fine. Yeah. Not enough people are tuning in.
Exclusive.
Yeah. All the exclusives.
But yeah, that would be cool. In the middle of that tour, we're doing Loomfest as well.
Oh yeah, that looks so good. That's such a good lineup.
Looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a fucking awesome day.
When is that? The Loomfest?
15th of April.
April. Nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're going into the studio again, man. So
cool.
Hopefully some new tunes, because the Deciders, I guess, like we said, we recorded it a while ago. But I'm hoping to it's weird demoing stuff and then just like churning out songs and then recording them, because we haven't played them live, and I'm like, whoa, this is the first time.
We had 17 songs in the bank. Yeah. And we had to try and get it down to 6 for an EP. So that was that was interesting. But I think we finally we got enough of them up to a good enough point, and we'd been demoing for a good while, and we've sort of finally got down to a solid 6 that we're going in to record.
Is that the plan to do it as an EP?
Yeah. Well, I think we'll record them and then see how they're sitting. I think they all work as a collective, so we probably will do that. But who knows? We might do 5 and then chuck one out as a single. Who knows?
Yeah. I see a lot of bands do that. It's just churn out singles just to get the sort of momentum, don't they? And then just call it an EP at the end.
Basically, yeah. That's what I think we should do. Every song's a single.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's I've definitely seen it work well with a lot of bands. I think Seed and Akira did it. They released an album, but I think it's like a 12-track album, and about 10 of the tracks have been released as singles over the last 6 months. But obviously they got so much traction from doing all the singles. So I think it's just the way it goes now with Spotify, and that is that people like to be refreshed, don't they?
We have this discussion all the time. Singles are the way forward. I think EPs and albums are great, obviously, if you have following, but if you don't actually have amazing following, singles all the way. It's the way to get your music out.
I mean, even the bigger bands are doing just loads of singles now, and then maybe chucking out an album. Say Story of the Year, I said I was chatting to the other day, and I think they've released about 6 singles from their album. But it's just he said how exciting it was to do it in that way nowadays. That's the best way they're finding to do it. but it's a bit different
I
to how it's
think
always has been.
I think it's the nature of like everything being streaming now, and like everyone wants to, you know, bump up their stats, like monthly listeners and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
so if you can long that out, get those monthly
exactly.
listeners coming back, then I think that's the way to do it now.
You get some people might listen to an EP once or something, whereas they hear one good song and then when you release another good song, they'll then go and check the rest of the songs out. So I suppose it keeps people coming back to you as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the main gist of it.
Yeah.
All about the
Going
content.
back to what's that? What were you gonna say?
All about the content.
Yeah, really. That's my favorite part, to be honest. I love like putting together stuff. I think it's just the promo guy in me, and then just churning it out, and then getting people familiar with stuff before it's out, and then when you finally release it, it's like it's a lot of fun. Like, so, yeah, I'm looking forward to how people perceive or what they think about this single.
Sure, it's all going to be very good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thanks guys for coming on the show. Thanks for taking the time out of your lunch breaks as well. Or you got the day off, haven't you?
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day off. Like,
Just
I
managed
just
to carve 15 minutes out of his busy schedule.
When my days off are like basically telling bands to email me and not message me on Facebook if they want to get a gig in London. Then I'm going to a rehearsal studio just to rehearse on my own because the band can't get together as a whole at the moment. So we're like, I need to sing. I can't not sing and scream. So I can't scream in my household. So I have to go to a rehearsal room. And then I've got to do a tour poster. It's that DIY Life tour poster for our next tour, which is in April.
Well, if are you like to say where you're going, or have we got to wait till Monday for that?
It's only a weekender, to be honest. So like, it's not a massive one, and you'll see it like literally. I think like it's
off the top of my head. London, Brighton, Sheffield.
Yeah.
Okay.
One other? Is there one other?
No, it fell through. But like, if anyone's listening, he has some gigs, mate. We just want to play anywhere and everywhere. So if you could hit us up, that would be amazing because we won't disappoint.
Hell yeah! And as someone who's seen you, I can back that up. You definitely won't disappoint. Well, so thanks for coming on the show, guys. We are going to play your new track now. So if you want to go ahead and introduce it.
Do the honors. Me do the honors.
All right, you're about to hear The Deciders by us. Hope you like it.